So I've had the ebco Street 3 for about 6 days now. I've had a few goes on it. It's heavily on sale at the moment. I'm not sure if there's any more in stock, but it's been heavily reduced from 1,999 to 650, which is quite a bizarre reduction. Never known an e-bike be reduced so much. I've kind of got a good idea why, to be honest. The bike, it looks brilliant, it looks cool. I wanted a second as a spare. Well, not as a spare, I'd use it as well, but I use one of my bikes to get to work and back, and you become reliant on them, don't you? So if one ended up needing repairs, I've got the other, and my son can use this one as well. It's a nice size, fits in the cupboard, so I can keep it indoors so it's not outside, risk of getting stolen or damp, anything like that. But yeah, I'll just go through some things that I like about it. The brakes, the Tektro brakes, really decent. They bite really well. Can't fault these brakes at all. One of the best things on the bike, to be honest. Pedals are pretty cool. You can tuck them in, just press in there, go like that. Same on the other one. And that's handy for storage as well. You can see the rear mudguard there and the front one. One thing I realised when I was riding on it, I'm not sure it's been assembled properly. This rattles and I don't like it at all when you're riding it. I also think the chain was scraping on it slightly, so I think that bolt, it kind of needs unscrewing and pushing. Oh no, if I push it that way, it's going to go more towards the chain. I don't know, but it probably needs looking at, to be honest, because I just don't like that. I mean, you can see here, it's just cheap crap. I might as well go through the things I actually don't like and like at the same time as I'm going around the bike. The wheels, they're nice, 20-inch, nice little size. Tyres look solid. Spokes solid, rims seem nice and solid. It's not Shimano. It's something called L2 or something. I think it's some kind of Chinese gear system. I'm not sure. But oddly enough, the hub in the middle of the rear wheel there, says Shimano. So I think it's got a Shimano like hub inside the wheel. The battery for the bike is underneath. That's what you do. You can charge it while the battery's in. You just get the charger and you plug it in there, and it charges while it's in. I haven't really had much of a long ride enough to judge the battery life, to be honest. It seemed quite good. It seemed optimised quite well, did the battery. And I think that's down to the mid-drive motor, which I'll talk about shortly. At first, with the battery being underneath, I thought, well, there's like a switch there. You move that. I'm not sure where the key. There should be. I think it's on the other side. There we go. So you put the key in there, turn that, and then what happens is that bit drops down to about here. It doesn't automatically just drop out. That's what this little lock here is doing. It's protecting it from just literally if you turn the key and it just drops on the floor, that's your battery knackered. So it's a good job for that, really. I mean, I ain't even used it enough to charge it yet. My cat likes to mess around when I'm trying to do something. So yeah, that's how the battery works. I think it's an LG battery. But yeah, I think it's, I mean, I'm not sure how far I rode, but it seemed to be alright. Yeah, let's talk about the handlebars. So the handlebars, way too low, not good. It's a good job you can adjust this. You can have, it's been risen. I mean, that was probably going across around there. So you can see how much I've actually had to move them up. The local bike shop said that I probably wouldn't be able to put more of these stem risers on because the bolt wouldn't be big enough to go all the way down. So the only other option would be to get new handlebars, ones that are kind of, I can't remember the name of them, but they're like got a section here and then a section at the top, so it kind of just raises them quite high, like BMX style handlebars. You've got a light there. I won't bother putting it on, but it's quite decent. Is that light? That's when it's powered up. But yeah, as you can see, you've got to really raise these handlebars. Otherwise it is really not comfy. And that's when I'll talk about the saddle, because that is ridiculous as well. I don't know what they were thinking with this. That's the lowest it can go. I won't pull it out, but literally the tube is like that long. It's just so stupid. I mean, if I intended on keeping this bike, which I'm not, I'll get onto that in a second. I'd be definitely taking that seat post out and cutting it down, because it's just ridiculous. I mean, look at that. Who's going to ride like that? How can anyone ride like that? It's like a clown bike or something. But yeah, so you've got to literally, I mean, if I'm about 5'7", if you're any taller than that, you're going to struggle with this. You really are. You're going to be hunched over big time. I wouldn't recommend it at all, to be honest with you. I really wouldn't. Not for anyone that's probably above my height. I mean, I struggle with it at 5'7". So yeah, with it being a mid-drive as well, the motor obviously is in the middle of the bike, you know, powered by the crank. So that makes it easier for, you know, the front wheel to come off, the back wheel to come off, because there's no rear hub or wires attaching into the back of the rear hub, like on rear hubbed e-bikes. Oh, that's my cat's litter tray area. Don't want to be leaving that shut. So yeah, when it comes to taking wheels off, they're both quick release, that's a bonus. So if you get a puncture or anything like that, just whip them off, replace it, fix your puncture and put the tyre back on. Yeah, so as for the performance of this, very, very questionable. I'm taking it back for this very reason. I'm not sure what's going on with this. It's a Befang M200 motor, is this. And I'm having to put a lot of pressure on the pedals, and it gives me a boost, but then it immediately levels off. So when it levels off, it feels like I'm riding a normal bike immediately, but with added resistance. I can't get a smooth ride out of it at all. I feel like I have to put my feet down and really pedal like mad for that assistance from this motor to kick in. It just doesn't feel normal to me. Not from how other people have described their mid-drive bikes. And yeah, it's the boost that you get when you, I mean, it has to be in level 5 as well for you to feel anything. Otherwise, it's a bit underwhelming. Level 4, level 5. But yeah, you have to really put your foot down and pedal. That's not what an electric bike's about, is it? You want the assistance. So I just can't get my head around that. I was advised to use the app, because there's an app that you can use via Bluetooth, and you can change all settings on it, and like change, I can't remember what it's called, like the diameter or the curve or something like that, from like 180 to 360 or 0. None of it made a difference at all. None of it. It just acted the same. I've given it a chance, and it's not assisting me. It's just it's very odd. Like I say, I'll put your foot down and pedal like mad, and because I'm in the UK and it's restricted to 15 mile an hour, obviously it's going to cut out at 15 mile an hour. But I really need to put pressure on and pedal like mad. And then when I put the bloody cat, it's not happy. I'm not giving him the attention. Any cat owner will know what they're like. He hates these bikes. Takes the attention away from him. Probably try and bloody pee on it or something, knowing him. So yeah, there's something not right about that. I don't know how much he needs to use. Bloody litter tray. So that's the kickstand. You can adjust the kickstand, but I won't do it on this video because I'm trying to hold the phone in my hand. So this is the motor anyway. This is the Bafang M200. One of the other reasons why I'm taking it back as well is, where are we here? There we go. Can you see that? That is not normal, is it? Everyone I've spoke to on Reddit, Facebook, all these groups say the same thing. It's not normal. Your crank arm shouldn't wriggle like that. I've actually been told by ebco, because I called them, and apparently that's normal. Personally, I don't believe that's normal at all. It's not normal. There's no way your crank should be going like that. There's no way. That's you get that on a normal mountain bike, and that's an immediate bottom bracket issue. You're gonna take that straight back. I've pointed it out to Halfords, where I got the bike from. They've tried tightening that nut, that bolt there, with an Allen key. It's as tight as possible, and it's still doing it. Whether that's got all to do with how this motor's performing, I don't know. So yeah, that's not good at all, is that? And that's, I want, even if the motor, even if I weren't using it right, which I don't think that's the case, because I've ridden plenty of e-bikes before and mid-drives, and they don't feel like this. You shouldn't have to like go hell for leather just to get any kind of assistance whatsoever. When you go up hills, because you're putting so much pressure on, it does get you up the hills quite well. But if you're just generally riding on the street, even when you've got it in the right gear, you change the gears on a mid-drive like you would on a normal bike. You know, it's something you need to do on a mid-drive for it to work effectively. And even when changing gears, so say if I've got it in like gear 4 and I'm just going on a level and just riding, there's this sort of resistance that I can't explain unless you go on it yourself. And it just feels like there's a bit of resistance while you're pedaling, like you're going through mud or something like that. And yeah, it's so frustrating. I mean, it looks like a nice bike, if there weren't that issue. Yeah, it comes across as a nice bike. So, but yeah, things like that, a stupid saddle, I mean, that's ridiculous. It's just not practical at all. But so I'll show you the display as well. It's a bit, I'm not keen on this, to be honest. This is another issue. For some reason, you've got this big button there, but you have to really press it in, like with your fingernail for it to come on, which is a pain. Lights always come on straight away, so that's your backlight. I'll turn kitchen light off so you can see it. So yeah, it's pretty decent at lights, can't fault them, but it's just a light at the end of the day. You want everything else to work, so you press up and it should turn it off. Yeah, I have noticed though, sometimes that seems to be coming on the backlight for some reason. Like if I push the bike backwards or something, it's a bit odd. So you've got your levels of assistance here. So the screen is like, you actually press this, you press up or down and the whole screen moves. Like, so as you can see, level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything below 4, I mean, it's bad enough as it is. So you're probably not getting any assistance with that, with anything below 4. I think there's, if you hold down, it does nothing. Oh no, you have to go all the way to the bottom and then hold down. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you don't hold, you just press all the way down. I think that puts, yeah, it's gone off. Walk mode. Press it again. I'm not sure what that does. But yeah, I find this display a bit underwhelming, to be honest. I mean, what you see here is what you get with this display. There's not much. If you attach it to Bluetooth, I can't remember how you get the Bluetooth on actually on this. Is that? There's a way of getting Bluetooth on as well, so that's a light. It's quite easy to connect, I'll give it that. It connected to Bluetooth easy. I forgot how to do it now though. But the app, like I said, the app's it's pretty decent as UI on the app. And when you start going through it and you can, you know, let it record your routes. You can change all settings, like there's eco mode, pro mode, boost mode. But like I say, it doesn't do all. I'm sure it doesn't do all. I've changed it plenty of times and I've gone through like most of them. I've adjusted my own because there's sliders that you can move up and down. It's not done all. So I'm just starting to wonder why it's been heavily discounted. Why are people not buying this? What's the catch? I mean, if you look at that, it looks like a decent bike, doesn't it? It looks really well made. Decent pedals, Bafang motor, Tektro brakes that are solid. Only thing that's bad about it is not having Shimano gears. I can't say I've had any issues with gears. They seem to be changing alright, to be honest. I think I've seen like a few reviews where people have sort of complained about gears sounding clunky and stuff. But yeah, I don't really had many issues with gears. The chain lacked lubricant on. There was nothing on it when I got it. They were just like an extremely thin layer of oil, so that didn't help either. But yeah, my biggest gripe has to be this at the moment. This crank. That's not right, and that's done it for me. That's done it. I'm not buying a brand new bike that's got a knackered crank. Apparently, when they're assembled, sometimes the motor can be housed in there badly, and that can cause it. So I've heard anyway. So when it's like attached to this bottom of the bike here, it's not being done properly. and that can cause that. But like I say, I got told that can be normal, and I don't think it is. I went into Alfred's and I went round all the bikes, you know, that I've mid-drive, and I thought I'll see this for myself, and I tested it. None of this at all. None of the bikes were doing that. So yeah, that's it really. It doesn't have any suspension, so it can be quite a hard ride, to be honest. But yeah, that's about it for the bike.